Pali is a section of the windward cliff of the Koʻolau mountain located at the head of valley on the island of Oʻahu. It has a panoramic view of the windward coast of Oʻahu. The Pali Highway connecting Kailua, Kāneʻohe with downtown Honolulu runs through the Pali Tunnels board into the cliffside. The area is also the location of the Freshwater Fish Refuge and the reservoir in the jurisdiction of the Hawaiʻi Department of Land and Natural Resources. The Pali State Wayside is a lookout above the tunnels where there is a panoramic view of the Oʻahu's windward side with views of Kāneʻohe, Kāneʻohe Bay and Kailua. It is also well known for strong trade winds that blow through the pass. History. The Pali has been a vital pass from ancient times to the present because it is a low, traversable section of the Koʻolau mountain range that connects the leeward side of the mountains, Honolulu, to the windward side, Kailua and Kāneʻohe. The route drew settlers who formed villages in the area and populated valley for 1,000 years. The Pali was the site of the Battle of, one of the bloodiest battles in Hawaiian history, in which Kamehameha I conquered the island of Oʻahu, bringing it under his rule. In 1795 Kamehameha I sailed from his home island of Hawaiʻi with an army of 10,000 warriors, including a handful of non-Hawaiian foreigners. After conquering the islands of Maui and Molokai, he moved on to Oʻahu. The pivotal battle for the island occurred in Valley, where the defenders of Oʻahu, led by Kalani Kupule, were driven back up into the valley where they were trapped above the cliff. More than 400 of Kalani Kupule's soldiers were driven off the edge of the 1,000-foot cliff to their deaths. In 1845 the first road was built over the Pali to connect windward Oʻahu with Honolulu. In 1898, as this road was developed into a highway, workers found 800 human skulls believed to be the remains of the warriors who fell to their deaths from the cliff above. This road was later replaced by the Pali Highway and the Pali Tunnels in 1959, which is the route used today. The now extinct bird, the Oʻahu nukupu, was last collected in this valley. Reservoir. The reservoir is located up the Pali heading towards Kailua in the valley jungle. This small body of water holds various species of catfish and peacock bass. In efforts towards preserving the reservoir, appointments must be made half a year prior to the visiting date. This ensures a controlled amount of residents that fish out of the waters, preventing overfishing. A freshwater game fishing license and an entry fishing card are required to fish there. There is a 2 fish per license limit, and any catfish that is 16 inches or larger must be kept. Trail. The trail to Nuʻuanu began at Kalani Kahua and led north of Kaumakapili Church to below the stream which flowed out of Kamanuai Pond. The trail turned slightly to the right, went along the edge of the pond, and down into the water. Then, coming up on the bank onto Waiakemi, it led on to Wakekupa along the bank of the taro patches, to the Poroa stream, up to Pulaalo, and on to the gap at Pali. Superstition. 2 large stones near the back of Valley, Hapu and Kalehauola, were said to represent a pair of goddesses who were guardians of the passage down the Pali. Travelers would leave offerings of flowers a kapi to ensure a safe trip, and parents buried the umbilical cords of newborns under the stones as a protection against evil. It is said there is a moʻo wahine who lingers around the pass. A moʻo wahine is a mythical creature who takes the form of a beautiful woman and leads male travelers to the deaths off the cliff. She is similar to a western poltergeist mermaid. Hawaiian folklore holds that people should never carry pork over Pali, especially at night. Pele was said to be responsible for this to prevent the passage of pork over the Pali. It was said Pele, the volcano goddess, was responsible for preventing passage due to her contest with Kamapa, a half-human, half-hog god, and would not allow him to trespass on her side of the island. Places of interest: Queen Emma's Summer Palace, the Summer Palace of Kamehameha III, Pali Highway, Pali Tunnels. Photos